Hi, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Roommate Things. We have with us today, you've seen him, you love his dance moves, Tommy Green. Yay! So for those of you that don't know him, why don't you give him a quick little intro to who you are, like a 30-second elevator pitch.
Okay. What's an elevator pitch?
It's like a business thing.
Oh.
Like where you're going in for an interview. And
I'm not concerned with business purposes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm Tommy Green. I'm a dancer. I love yoga. I love water. I love nature. I love friends. I love alone time.
Mm-hmm. Your sweatshirt is so cool.
Thanks.
I love it. How would you introduce yourself to a gay person?
Hi.
Hey.
I'll just say.
Well, are you gay?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Hey.
Yay. Our first gay guest. Wow. You're so awesome. The people love you. I don't know if you know this, but a lot of people that watch are gay as well. So if you had to give them one piece of advice, what would it be?
About being gay?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like lately, because I've been dating a lot, I feel like it's easy to... So many like gay people do a lot of the same things, which makes sense because like we have a lot of similarities. But sometimes I feel like I would get in my head about like I don't really like going out and doing certain things. And I'd be like, I'd feel like I kind of needed to do gay stuff to meet gay people. And then I remembered gay people are normal people and that
people are just like everyone else.
And there are gay people that like sand volleyball or like biking and different things. So it's like you can find friends or people to date in any like niche and to not fall into like you don't have to do the typical stuff if you don't like it.
Okay. Amen, sister. So now we're actually going to be talking about you. So first things first, where are you from? Where did you grow up? And how do you feel like that influences who you are now?
Right. From Utah.
Hey,
Mormon baddies, make some noise. I grew up in Utah. I feel like I love growing up there for so many reasons. Ways it shaped me. Utah people are super friendly and sweet. So I feel like it's kind of like similar to Canadians in that way. A negative way, I mean, there are many good and many bad. I feel like one that I'm always thinking about is Utah people are obsessed with humility and not like, I personally don't think it's in a super helpful way because it's the level of humility that's like self-deprecating, like where like people feel really uncomfortable just like putting themselves forward and being like, oh, I'm actually pretty good at that. So So it's still, I feel like I'm kind of having to undo that where it's like, it's fine to just be like, you don't have to, it's not like cute to play yourself down.
Yeah.
Like it's like better to just be like, oh no, I know what my strengths are and I know what my weaknesses are. You don't have to be like, well, I suck. Like, I just don't like that.
No, it's not cute.
Yeah.
It's also like, not that they're doing this, but it can sometimes feel like, oh, they're fishing for compliments, or they can maybe in the back of their mind, like someone else gets the opportunity and then they're like a little bit jealous or a little bit like, well, I could have done better, but it's like, well, babe, you didn't speak up.
Yeah. It feels like there's like secret rule book that you have to like play by where it's like, you have to like say you suck, but then like hope that they still know. Yeah. And that plays with everything. Just like it's a little passive aggressive there where it's like, just say what's on your mind. Yeah. But there's so many good things. And I do love visiting and being from there too.
I think there's just a lot of nice people. And it's like very community driven.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if you don't necessarily align with the exact community. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But even like I was saying before, I feel like within that, there are people that like to do all different kinds of things. And people are just such good listeners, honestly. I feel like that's one thing in LA is people are very focused on themselves, which you have to be because you're like your own business. Yeah. When I'm home in Utah, I'm like, oh, people are so sweet to like ask questions and like listen. And so I love that about Utah.
That's true. Utah baddies unite. What made you decide to move away from Utah then?
Dance. Shocker. He likes to dance. No, it's crazy. Yeah. Okay. That's the short answer.
Okay. Short answer. Let's get to the long version. How was that process? Did you feel like it was a long time coming? Did you feel like it was something that was like super last minute, or were you planning for it? And when it did happen, did you feel excited? Did you feel lost? Did you feel, I don't know, what were you feeling?
So I always knew I wanted to move away to dance, and I always thought it would be in New York. And now that I look back, I realize it's like I would tell myself New York because I low-key thought since New York involves like singing and acting, the dancing just isn't as crazy as it is in LA. So I would realize now that was me like kind of lying to myself and playing it safe. Like deep down, I wanted to be in LA and like going on a world tour. But I was like I think New York is more me because I'm more like technical, blah, blah, blah. So many people from Utah moved to LA. So just like watching them and seeing them like they would just like upgrade, honestly. And I was like, I want that. And I'm like kind of scared of that, but I want it. So and then I was dancing on a company in Utah, which I loved so much and it changed my life. But my last season on the company, we were just doing a show sometimes it just was a little bit gimmicky, to be completely honest. And we were doing a show where I was doing a lot of like magic tricks. Like I wasn't dancing.
What? Wait,
have I never told you?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I literally, and of course I'm gonna like,
no, Tommy will sell it.
So
Tommy will
I'm
sell
gonna
it.
commit. So I was like, I took like my magic props home and was like practicing them like all the time. But I was just like, okay, I do want to dance.
Yeah.
And at this point, I feel like it was too like spread out. Like I obviously I wanted to go on a world tour.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like a pop star dancer. So that was in my head. I remember standing in rehearsal and looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like holding this like little canister that like you flipped and it opened to like a big cane. And I was just like, looked at myself in the mirror and was like, girl, like you're done with this.
Yeah.
It's been amazing, but like you're ready. You need to leave.
So you did. And then once you finally did move out here, how was that like? I mean, it's like a new place. You said you knew some people, but it's still like a completely new city. And LA, I would say, is pretty different from Utah.
Yeah. Shout out to Reagan.
Reagan, another Utah baddie.
Honestly, the baddest. Because if I moved here, she's my best friend. If I didn't have her, I feel like I honestly don't know if I would have lasted. Like she just kept me so sane because she taught me that you needed to like enjoy your life as a human first. And then like you're also a dancer. It's not like you need to have other interests. So that's like what kept me going, is going to parks with her and like just drawing or like playing basketball and stuff like that.
And recently, like pretty quickly after you moved, COVID happened, no?
Yeah.
Which is also so tough.
Yeah. I moved in 2020 at first, and then it was just me and Reagan basically going to the beach every single day.
Because COVID.
Yes. So then I went back to Utah, and then magician life happened.
And then back to
LA. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, honestly, it was pretty rough at first. I just would question myself a lot and had like, I don't know, it just kind of shook my confidence. Yeah. But I knew that it was for the best. And one thing that helped me is I remember one day I was journaling and I realized where I was in life was like when you're in the middle of like a book or like a video game or a movie. And I was like, this is where all like, this is like the meat of the story. This is where the fun stuff happens. Because at the end, like when you have finished everything, it's like satisfying, but then you're kind of like, oh, like I would love to see that movie again for the first time, or like, you know, so I just had to keep telling myself like, this is the plot, this is part of it. Enjoy that, because
you're like all of these scenes are going to be in that montage where I'm working really hard and growing before the big moment.
Yes. So I was like, just enjoy it. Also, because time flies. That's like, I realized I was kind of waiting for things. That's so sad. It's like my whole early 20s. I was just like wishing away to.
And I guess that makes sense with dance. And as far as being, you know, gay, I know growing up in Utah, obviously it's not super widely accepted, or I mean, depending maybe different parts. But then in LA, it's pretty like, it's pretty accepting. So I wonder how that obviously affected you.
That's so true. Honestly, when I moved to LA both times in 2020 and then 2021, I was still Mormon. So, or rather a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That's the phrase that you should use. Anyway, and I was super lost, honestly, because I was kind of stepping away from my religion, but kind of still in it. And I was really confused. And it was confusing because the gay people that I'd been around were like very like tame gay people. So it just was kind of a shock to the system. It was beautiful. And I knew that's what I needed, was to like see people just like wholeheartedly being like divas. I don't know, just being like a lot. But I remember just not knowing like where I fit in with all of that, because I felt like I was living in between. And it was kind of a painful transition that just took some time. But so
And I do think because there are so many stereotypes about like gay people, that maybe some of them you fit, but some of them you don't, which like obviously not everyone fits into the stereotype. But I can relate to myself growing up with like these certain, like it was almost like gay people were like villainized to me in a way, like, oh, all the gay people do this, all the gay people do that, and you shouldn't do that. And so I feel like it can get confusing when it's like, well, I don't want to do those things, but I still like,
but am I not gay?
Exactly. So it's like so confusing because you're like, what is what? A follow-up question to that for you is, do you feel like you align a lot with stereotypes? Which ones do you not? We can also not talk about it if you don't want to.
No, this is actually the only thing I'd like to talk about. I definitely feel like I align with a lot of stereotypes, and I actually like love it. I like love being gay, and I love when people like, a few weeks ago we were talking with some friends, and it was with Matt, and it was like, we were just saying like, what's the first thing you notice about each other if you saw each other in the street? And he just like immediately pointed at me and said like, and like, I actually like genuinely love it. Like I don't want to be straight presented. Like I want people to look at me and be like, oh, like that's like a fairy boy. Like I think it's cute. I think that gay people are so beautiful. The stereotypes I definitely do resonate with are, I don't know, just like sitting in a hip or like arching like that. Like it's just like, that's like genuinely how my body just like wants to exist.
Yeah, exactly. It's just who you are naturally, which is so cool.
Yeah. And I don't know. I like musicals. And then the thing that I think that this is my favorite part about being gay, honestly, is it forces you to see things from a different perspective than like even just like my family, like where I was raised, the majority of people, how they see things. And that's why I do feel like a lot of people are very passionate about like progressive topics and stuff, is because you unfortunately know the pain of like people hating you just for like literally something you can't control. So I love that the majority of the time when you're with gay people, there's just this like camaraderie of like we all want to like help other people in that same situation. So, and I feel like it's helped my family. My family's always been great, but
his family is so awesome. Your parents were the sweetest. Yeah,
I love them. So it's been cool because I feel like what I once thought would drive a wedge between me and my family, now like it's one of our like common talking points. Whenever like yesterday I was on a day and after I FaceTime my mom and my whole family's at their house. So they're like asking for photos and like getting the rundown and stuff, which I'm like so thankful for that. And then I like that it just opens up more conversations of like, my parents were like, so what are pronouns? Like it just, they know that they have someone to turn to talk to those things about, where it's a safe space. I'm not going to like roll my eyes at them or, you know, and vice versa. Like they let me be myself too. And so,
which is so cool. Because then, like you were saying, like it does open other doors. But like if people that literally have never met a gay person or don't have a gay person in their life, and it's like, oh wait, maybe they're not so bad. And then it's like, maybe drinking caffeine isn't so bad either. Not that like, oh, you need to go do everything that you weren't supposed like. But it's just like, you can still think about it and be like, actually, I think like, you know, I don't want caffeine. And that's totally fine too. But just to like maybe realize that I should think about it for myself and like, you know, which doesn't mean you have to change your opinion, but just to at least be able to consider it and like ask yourself like, why do I feel that, you know, which I think is a good thing. So moving away from being gay, how many I'm kidding. Let's not talk about that. I was gonna say, do you feel like you had to sacrifice like much for dance and like to pursue your career, and like what have you sacrificed, and do you feel like it's been worth it, or do you regret anything, or would you change anything?
When it comes to sacrifice, yes, I definitely feel like I have. Just when it comes, like you're gone from family and stuff. Once I started having nephews and a niece, then I realized I needed to go home more often. So now I feel like that's a little bit less. But yeah, I feel like maybe peace of mind is a little bit of a sacrifice, which I'm working on, like coexisting and chilling. But it's just the entertainment industry is just stressful. So it's
But our friend Emily, her dad owns a pretty decently sized business and always says like your job security is just as like unsure in a 9-to-5 as it is as a freelance artist, because like, you know, like you never know, like layoffs happen all the time. And so I've seen that affect people too. So it's like, you can think that it's like stable, but there is like the stability of like the 9-to-5, the schedule, which that also does offer peace of mind when you know that when you're off the clock, you're off the clock. And that tomorrow you might not be leaving to a new country. You know? So that's fair.
And there's like, it's, obviously just flip side to everything, because we like definitely enjoy not having that and like so much freedom to go on trips with our friends and do random things when you can. But then it's like, I don't know. Then it sucks. My friends like, are you going to be in the line at my wedding? And it's like, right now I'm planning on it, but literally the day before or the morning of. And it's always like deciding. It's just weighing the priorities, which I didn't really think I didn't think about that. Like I didn't think I would have to sit there and be like, if a job of a certain caliber came up, is that a bigger priority to me right now than one of my good friends' weddings? And for me, the answer is normally the job is, because I feel like there's such a time crunch on this. And it's like what I'm dedicating my time to, but it's hard. I don't know. And there's like guilt with that too, but
for sure.
But I mean that, like recently with Allie's birthday recently, like that job that came up, and then I was like, said no, crazy. And then it ended up being Imani. But it's just like, I don't know. I stand by that. Like you have to just pick your life sometimes.
That's true. Yes, you do have to obviously sacrifice, I guess, your peace of mind. And then also sometimes it's like you can't have everything. So like you do have to choose those relationships that matter most to you over the job. But do you feel...
my last thought with that is like all the sacrifices. Then when you're on the stage and you're living... Every single time I'm like, no, I would do it over and over and over again.
Especially, when your parents are there, like at the show, at the RBD show, that's like...
Yes, because then it's like they saw all those sacrifices of like all throughout school. It's like you can't do anything because you're just at dance. Like it's your life. So then when they're like when my brother was there, and I imagine him coming to like my 5-hour-long dance recitals or like being at a competition all day, and then he's like watching that. or just, I don't know, like our moment dancing.
Yeah.
We got to improv together. Well, not together, but like opposite of each other.
That's so
just
cool.
like contemporary improv on a world tour. It was literally the funnest
I'll
thing
never
ever.
like that's insane that happened.
I know. So yeah, whenever, or even like in rehearsal when they basically like dance for your life to prove that like you can do this on stage.
Yeah.
Even like not even on stage, but in those like really iconic moments, I'm like, okay, it's all worth it.
Yeah.
Like these long production days.
It's literally like you're either gonna eat or you're just not gonna get this opportunity.
You're gonna go hungry. Like,
yeah. But you're gonna starve. So which is it? Oh, it's so fun.
Let's just say we were fed.
We were full.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you feel, you can also say no, and I know there's like so many different ways to interpret this, but do you feel like there was ever a moment where it was like an aha moment or like a I made it moment, or I guess we kind of talked about where it's like, oh, it's all worth it. Like, like this is what I sacrificed all of that for.
The first time I felt that, but I still knew that there was like even more that I wanted, was when I did the Mayfair Supper Club in Vegas. It's like a dinner show. And I just remember that's when I felt like, oh, this was the professionalism that everyone was talking about. Like I learned the show like very quickly, just got thrown into it. And I was like so stressed. Yeah. But then also that feeling of accomplishment after. And like, it was just cool. Like it's in Vegas, like the Bellagio fountains are like literally like outside the windows, like going as you're dancing. And I just remember being like, oh, this is why I left Utah. Yeah. Like I remember just saying goodbye to like all my friends in the company and leaving that and being so sad, but knowing like I'm going to meet people that feel like home the same way these people do. Yeah. So that's another big thing is like the friends you make along the way. And then, obviously the RBD tour is like, just that was like the caliber, the amount of people in the audience. Like this is what I've always wanted. Like I want deafening screams and I wanted to
different
be with people
countries,
that I love.
people you love.
Yes.
Low-key, like we were low-key stars.
I know.
That was so fun.
That was actually 2 years ago. Today was the first show.
Really? You guys, that was so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can never get over it. So moving on, what do you feel? Let's actually move back to more personal life. How do you feel, I guess, it's like dating as a creative, as someone that has like such a crazy life? Do you feel like that makes it difficult? Obviously, yes, but in what ways? And in what ways do you feel like it like is a good thing? Something that we talk about like so much, and I'm a broken record with you, is just I'm really not looking to date an artist. So that's obviously difficult in LA because people move here to be artists. So for me, I don't feel like other people have had a problem with my lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe that will be an issue to come. Stay positive. But yeah, I've definitely like been frustrated by other people being artists, and like dating in LA can just be tricky because again, everyone's really focused on their own lives, which as they should be. But it is hard because they sacrifice so much to come here. That's like, obviously that's their priority. Yes. But relationships are so much work that it's like you have to compromise. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that, for better or for worse. Like it makes sense. I get it. But you know, they can be difficult. And then a way that it can be good is, I think dancers specifically are just so much fun, and people are drawn to like the openness that we have about us. Like I feel like dancers tend to be more approachable, unless we're doing like fouettes at the club or something. Then it's like, what's going on? But I think they're just more approachable, like body language, and we're just really comfortable and open. And especially our particular friends, it's like we're so supportive of everyone. So I like that. I feel like dance has amplified that in me to just always be like cheering on whoever, because you know what it feels like to be putting yourself out there. So I think it makes me a good like cheerleader and supporter for people. Do you think, because obviously with dance you have to brand yourself like in a way that I feel forces you to really like understand who you are or like know yourself. What do you feel like you've discovered through that process from like who am I at my core, and like how do I market that or like low-key sell myself? I don't know. Like how was that journey for you, and what did you discover about yourself? At first there was like so much resistance in the like LA dancer vibe and who I am at my core, because I grew up like just more reserved, especially with like showing your body and stuff like that. Like I remember thinking like, oh well, like there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just never going to be that person. And then now I feel differently, and I'm like, I actually feel totally fine. I'm always naked. It's just crazy. Now I'm like, I actually have to force myself to put clothes on. So that was one thing. And then another thing I struggled with was I love like acting and dancing combined. So who I am is definitely one way. And then I felt like I needed to brand myself as like my most authentic self. And that's like my name in the industry. And that's how I'll get booked. And then I was like, wait, I actually love being in a bunch of different characters. And I like I enjoy doing it more masculine hip hop. And like, I actually like it. So
for a while I was confused where I was like, well, do I have to do like all the like the gay jobs, or like am I more of that like crop top type dancer?
Yeah.
And then I realized no, I can be whatever I want.
Exactly.
Yeah. That keeps it more fresh.
Keeps it more fresh and exciting.
You know?
Do you have anything that you're working on right now that you feel like excited about, or like personally or professionally? Anything that's in the works or that you're like get lit up about when you talk about?
Professionally, I haven't even told you this yet, actually. As of yesterday, I got an avail check for something that would literally, it's just something I want so bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that, and I'll know by.
Wait, I need to know.
I know. Rehearsal start Wednesday.
Wednesday?
So I'll know either way soon.
Ah!
I know. And it's nothing like too shocking. Like it's not like a new artist.
But it's come on, like that's so cool.
Yeah. It would be like a big kind of like historical performance. And it's just, I know it's going to be music that I love to dance to. And stuff.
Period. Okay, I know what it is.
I know, right?
But that's so exciting. Oh my gosh.
I know. And then like.
That's so cool.
I don't know if this was like, I don't know if it's like bad when this happens, but like all the other dancers, maybe I don't know. I don't want to get my agent in trouble. I don't think it would be. The other dancers like in the email, they got avail checked. So I just was like, I knew some of them, but I was like just looking up the other ones. And I was like, honestly, if I don't get it, I'm so honored to even be on a list with these people, you know? And I was like, low key, if I don't get it, I know why, because they're all really good, specifically with hip hop. Like they're all like just amazing. So I was like, one, I'm honored. Two, I would love to just grow and be in a rehearsal space with these people. And three, if I'm not in it, I'm excited to watch it because it's going to be so good.
Sick, yeah.
And then personally, I mean, I'm getting like yoga certified, which is like such a common like 20-something-year-old thing to do, honestly, but and not to be basic, but it honestly has changed my life and I love it. And I'm just excited to.
Which is actually so cool because I feel like you're with dance. It's kind of interesting because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to dance and I want to move into choreography. I want to move into directing. I want to move into, I don't know, casting, move into different areas within the entertainment world. But you don't really feel that inspired by that, which is at least awesome that you're able to recognize that. So you don't like waste your time or energy moving in that route, but you're trying to like pursue other avenues that can keep you like, happy for the rest of your life, which is really cool. Yeah. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. That was something that confused me. I had like such a self-identity crisis because all of our friends are truly iconic and like busting out videos left and right. And I'm honored to be in any of them, but I just don't care to make my own videos. Sometimes I do, but very rarely do I care to. So it made me question if I was like lazy or if I just was like uninspired or not as good, or I was like, is this me just being like not believing in myself? And I'm like, so yeah, I've just learned that I compare myself so much. I compare myself so much to other people, which usually is just not very good. And then especially I feel like it takes me longer to figure out what I really want because I'm so busy thinking about like where I line up with other people and what I should be doing, blah, blah, blah. So,
which is like a very normal human experience.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like super unique. Like I compare myself. But yeah, so I think that I've gotten better at just actually knowing what I want. I guess that's just like what happens in life, specifically in like the phase that we're in right now. It's just like, what do I actually want? Which could change.
But you're wanting to go back to school maybe?
Yeah. I just applied yesterday. I think I'm going to be a physical therapist. I won't be able to finish everything until I'm done performing, which 2 months ago I thought I would never be done performing, which it doesn't have to be like done. But it
you can be done like actively pursuing it. Yeah. Like things will still come because of the people you know. And your stellar reputation and resume, obviously. Yeah.
But I always thought I'd be like, shout out to Kim Hale. I literally was like, I'm going to be vibing like Kim Hale. Like I'm going to be changing the stereotype of what, like when you should be performing and blah, blah, blah. But it's okay for things to change. And now I think I'm really interested in physical therapy. So, and also Galen Hooks inspires me a lot because she posts a lot about like being in school, and she went to like law school, I think it was. Yeah. While she was like crazy, she like had to leave set for Camp Rock to go and like walk with her class, and then immediately come back. And she's like, will always say like, if you have an interest in both, I highly encourage you to do both. And I like learning. I like school. Obviously, there are things that like are so annoying about school, but I do feel excited about it and called to do it. So I'm just gonna start and see what happens.
Yay! Yeah, exciting. Last question. What? Actually, wait, no. Before we finish on that question, let's ask more about your dating life.
Yes.
Yes.
Honestly, like.
So, have you ever been in a relationship?
Yes.
And what did you learn from that experience?
I got a lot less jealous by the end of it.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that goes hand in hand with me knowing my own like worth and not questioning myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned lately that I like specific roles, whether it's like, I don't know. I always thought I was like, nothing about me. It's like heteronormative, but lately I've been like, I do kind of like knowing if what I give, like, am I giving a passenger princess or am I driving? And obviously there are like a million different ways that can interchange.
What I'm so confused about though is I feel like you kind of do both. So it's like,
I know, but I do both. But I think that with my person, I don't really know what that means, but I've just been learning lately. I'm like, oh, I kind of feel more comfortable when I know like what I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, just give me a character synopsis and like, a script and I'll know what to say.
Well, the last guy was like, oh, I'm a passenger princess. Then you're like, okay, I get the vibe.
Yeah. And as long as it feels authentic to me, which I very rarely ever feel inauthentic. Like I'm pretty in tune with what I like.
Yeah.
So,
because I also feel like obviously you can vibe differently with different people.
Yeah, that's true. Some people bring different things out of you. I just like when someone makes me like want to be like when it pulls that vibe out of me. I'm like, oh, I kind of like, it makes me feel like we're in a flow together.
And it feels like natural and good and like, okay, that's
which fair. I don't know if a month from now I'm going to realize that that's like something I don't like.
Yeah,
but that's where I'm at right now.
Right now, that's where you're at.
Right now, find me a passenger princess.
What would you say you look for in a partner?
Thoughtfulness. Honestly, Aurelio helped me realize this. Well, one, because he is this way, but also because we talked about what we're looking for. I'm in love with you, Aurelio.
If you're watching this.
They have to be thoughtful. They have to be funny. My biggest thing, not my biggest thing, but one of the biggest things is I want to just be able to send them into a room of like everyone that I know and just know they're going to come back. And
I know they're going to come back.
Because the people I know are deadly. Like I want like to be able to talk to everyone after and that everyone's just like, oh, I love him. Like I want everyone to love him.
Yeah.
And obviously it's okay if he like is awkward sometimes and blah, blah, blah. But like the same way we are, but like everyone I know loves you and I just want people to like love.
Yeah. And like you're a super lame ass bitch, but people still like you for
like
some
it's
reason.
Weird because
it's like, I don't really get it, but like they still vibe, I guess.
Yeah. Obviously I want them to be cute. I'm into someone who's like around my same height. So
you say.
I know. Well, I'm just a pretty tall girl, so it's hard to find.
Okay, yeah, but then that's like sometimes that's not what realistically happens. I know.
But if I could pick.
Okay. Well, you can say no to some people, but you're still thinking yes.
Yeah. Well, if they're thoughtful or something, then that is going to override the tall. Yeah.
Okay, fair. It depends on the vibe too. I feel
like definitely
you know what
does,
I'm saying.
But
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for those things. What do you feel like you pride yourself in offering or like being able to contribute? I'm
a really good listener.
Facts.
I'm honestly told that I'm funny pretty often, and
facts. Sorry. Freudian slip.
I feel like people's families normally like me again because I just usually like listen to people and people like that. And then that's what I want too. My family is so important to me that I want someone that vibes with my family. And I feel like normally I like click with like parents and stuff. So I'm like, I want that in return. Yeah. I'm down for whatever. Like I think that running errands with me can be fun. And that's like such an important thing because a lot of life is like not exciting unless you just like make it fun and like laugh along the way and stuff. What do you think I offer? What do I think you offer? Yeah. I think Tommy, like you said, is a great listener. And I think that he's very, very thoughtful and considerate, which is something that is so sweet because obviously anyone could kind of say anything, you know, but like if you are considerate and you show it with your actions, that means a lot more, at least in my eyes. And I feel like you're really great at that. Thanks. And you're good at remembering things, which I suck at, but it's like sweet when someone remembers, which goes along with being considerate. I think you offer like you're fun and spontaneous and like exciting. So I feel like life wouldn't be dull with you, but I still feel like you're like grounded. And I guess we're similar in the way that I'm not super like you're not going out every weekend, like getting drunk or like crazy coked out or anything like that, which is nice. And I think that which is nice because I mean some people be doing that and it's like good for you, but you know what you want, which I think is really great. And I think that will attract the type of person you want, you know. When people like know what they want, then you really just put your time into that. And then this is the last question. Okay. What
are your future goals? Either it can be literally like a short term, like tomorrow, or long term, or what do you see for yourself?
Best health of my life, which I feel like I'm giving that, and I don't have like much pain in my body, but I just want to like keep going and be able to like lift a car above my head and like run really far. Relationship, long-term marriage, kids. I want to be a mom and a dad.
Mommy? Mamacita?
I want to have a lifetime of really cool job stories. I want to, like we always talk about, we're going to be like so old and be like, you don't remember what? Yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for coming on and chatting.
Thanks.
Everyone say bye to Tommy. Tommy, say bye to everyone. We love you. And
love you,
we'll
girls.
see you next week.
If you're gay, you're beautiful. If you're straight, you're beautiful.
Peace out.